The takeoff may not have been the smoothest, but it's all part of the experience when you're taking a trip in a vintage aircraft and only a handful of these old de Havilland Rapides are still flying. And with blue skies over Oxford, the visibility is about 30 miles, perfect for the 30-minute flight.
People usually just get into a 737, 747, small windows, you spend 5 hours shooting across the Atlantic, you don't really experience the flying as such. Whereas at least in this, big windows, you can see the pilot. It's the experience more than anything. It takes them back 50, 60 years.
The tour went over famous landmarks like the Oxford Colleges, Bodleian Library and the Radcliffe Camera before heading north up the Thames to Woodstock and the magnificent Blenheim Palace. The passengers who'd paid around £100 said it was worth every penny.
It was absolutely superb. I wasn't expecting it to be as it was, but the turbulence was a bit more than expected. But the view and being so close to the ground and having that sort of bird's eye view was absolutely superb.
It was a fantastic trip. We came because it was my husband's birthday, a special birthday this year, and our daughter gave us this day out as his present.
These planes were first built in the 1930s, and they so quickly became renowned for their safety record that they were actually the first aircraft to carry a reigning British monarch.
During the war was used as a trainer and as a runaround by the Royal Air Force, and then really after the war it helped many domestic airlines in the UK resurrect themselves after World War II, flying airline routes the length and breadth of the country.
Well, I think it's an exciting venture for the airport here. We've always wanted to have operators with some slightly more interesting aircraft doing pleasure flights out of here, and Oxford is one of the most beautiful cities in England, and during the summer months what better to do than fly above Oxford and see Blenheim Palace, which is only a mile away from here, from the air in a classic 1930s aeroplane. It's a great opportunity.
The tour operator Delta Aviation specialises in flights in vintage planes like this de Havilland Rapide and also in Tiger Moths. This is the first summer they're operating out of Oxford Airport at Kidlington, but the hope is that if the flights prove popular, the tours will continue as long as this remarkable old plane can keep flying. Gillian Kelly in Oxford for Central News.